Hey, what the hell did you do?
I know you did something.
What do you want? Showing up all of a sudden. What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. We can't withdraw money from the old lady's account.
Why has this happened? It's definitely something you did.
Yeah, I went to the bank with Mother and explained the situation. It's you who made it impossible to use the account. Of course, you can't withdraw.
What? You're saying we're the ones who can't access it?
Wait, I don't understand. What are you talking about?
We changed the PIN. The bank book and card now require biometric authentication. We also changed the registered stamp and ensured the money couldn't be withdrawn by setting up a fixed deposit. Now you two can't take money from Mother's account.
Biometric authentication? What's that? Why are you going to such lengths?
Hey, old woman. Why are you doing things without telling me?
My name is Lisa, and I work while also being a housewife. I live with my husband, Noah, and our daughter, Madison. On this day, we were visiting my parents' house.
Look here, Madison. This is how you wind up a top neatly.
Wow, Grandpa, you're really good at winding it up.
Check it out, Madison. Dad can wind it up skillfully, too.
Hey, don't compete over something like this.
Noah really hates to lose, doesn't he?
Then, you snap your wrist like this. Voila.
Wow, the top is spinning so fast.
And now, I'll shoot mine out.
The tops are clashing with each other.
Yes, the one that keeps spinning inside the longest wins.
No, my dark blade is.
Looks like Father wins. Hey, Noah, can you not give it a weird name?
Noah is still such a boy at heart.
Hahana, no one can defeat my silver shield.
Darn. Was I destined to lose from the moment I named it?
Madison wants to give hers a cool name, too.
You don't really need to give it a name, you know? Both of my parents adored Madison so much. However, a few months later, I received a call that Father had suddenly collapsed at home and was taken to the hospital. We immediately rushed to the hospital and I called my brother, George, but... Hello, George? Father just collapsed.
What? What did you say? It's loud here. I can't hear you clearly.
That's what I'm saying. Father collapsed. I'm at the hospital right now.
Huh. Dad collapsed? So? I'm kinda in the middle of something.
In the middle of something. Wait, is that the sound of a pachinko machine? Father is in a serious condition right now. Is pachinko more important to you than Father?
Annoying. If Dad kicks the bucket, just call me again.
Hey, don't say such unlucky things. Wait, did he just hang up on me? I was furious at George, who didn't even show a hint of concern for our father. This hopelessness of George's was nothing new, and our parents had always been at their wits' end with him. I remember back in elementary school. Wah! Big brother broke my toy again.
Ugh, such an annoying little sister, always whining.
Hey, George, did you pick on Lisa again?
It's okay, Lisa. We'll buy you a new toy.
But you've already bought me so many.
Ha ha, getting all mad over a mere toy.
What are you laughing about? First, you should apologize to Lisa.
Why must you always?
George always took pleasure in breaking my things and watching my reactions. Even through his middle and high school years, he was always causing problems, and now as an adult, he constantly switches jobs and can't hold on to one for long. He is married, but his wife, Amanda, is just as nonchalant as he is, so I try to avoid them as much as possible. In the end, neither George nor Amanda ever came to the hospital, and Father passed away. Father's gone, isn't he?
Yes. He was just fine until recently.
Yeah. I wish I had spent more time talking with him.
At least we three were there to see him off in the end.
Yes. I'm sure he waited for us.
Probably. He was always so thoughtful.
Still, George didn't visit at all, let alone attend the funeral. I'm quite angry about it.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Yes, truly. I wonder what he was thinking.
Neither George nor Amanda showed up at the wake or the funeral, and they went silent. However, upon returning from the funeral, it turned out they had been evicted for not paying their rent and had moved into the family home. Mother, perhaps exhausted from everything, accepted them living there, saying it was okay. Then, a few months later...
Lisa, I'm sorry for calling so late. Are you there?
Oh, Mother. What happened? And what are you wearing?
I'm sorry for disturbing you so late. I've just reached my breaking point.
Breaking point. What happened? Did something happen with George and his wife?
They took the bank book with father's insurance money in it. They have me doing all the chores. And only give me about $50 a month for living expenses.
What? That's impossible to live on.
Mother-in-law?
I'm so sorry for showing you this pitiable state.
Don't apologize, Mother. I'm not bothered by that. Besides, this is all George and his wife's fault.
Thank you. Actually, I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
Could I stay here just for tonight? I promise not to be a burden after that. I know it's an inconvenience. But I just want a brief respite. I'm sorry, Noah. But can I stay just for tonight?
Mother implored in a strained voice. In response to her, Noah said,
Stay just for one night, you say?
Yes. I'm sorry. I know it's a bother.
That's a bit impossible.
What?
Wait, Noah? Impossible? Why?
Look at her. She's a wreck. How can we let her return to that place? Let's have her live with us from today, not just for one day.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Thank you, Noah.
Please don't cry, Mother. Thank you, Noah. Sorry for doubting you, even for a second.
No, I'm sorry. I was just so upset. My words came out all jumbled.
Come on in, Mother. I'm sure Madison will be pleased too.
Welcome to our home. Let's get along from now on.
Thank you, both of you. I'll never forget this kindness.
Come on, Mother, don't be so dramatic.
We'll be living together now, so let's take it easy.
Yes. Thank you, both of you.
And so, we decided to live together with Mother. Noah and I then made a plan and promptly executed it. A week later, George and Amanda suddenly showed up at our home.
Hey, what the hell did you do?
I know you did something.
What do you want? Showing up all of a sudden. What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. We can't withdraw money from the old lady's account.
Why has this happened? It's definitely something you did.
Yeah, I went to the bank with Mother and explained the situation. It's you who made it impossible to use the account. Of course, you can't withdraw.
What? You're saying we're the ones who can't access it?
Wait, I don't understand. What are you talking about?
We changed the PIN. The bank book and card now require biometric authentication. We also changed the registered stamp and ensured the money couldn't be withdrawn by setting up a fixed deposit. Now you two can't take money from Mother's account.
Biometric authentication? What's that? Why are you going to such lengths?
Hey, old woman. Why are you doing things without telling me?
What do you mean doing things? It was you who was acting on your own. I consulted with Lisa and Noah and took these steps. I won't be under your thumb anymore.
Old woman. You're getting pretty bold, huh?
You know what happens when you defy us. You haven't forgotten, have you?
George and Amanda burst in angrily after learning they couldn't access Mother's bank account. When we informed them of our actions, their faces turned beet red with anger. As they began to threaten Mother with their words, Stop this nonsense. Why are you blaming my mother-in-law? She did what was necessary.
Shut it. I'm talking to this old hag right now.
Exactly. You just stay out of this.
I won't just stand back. I am angry with both of you. You spent my father's insurance money, didn't you?
Ha! What's wrong with a child spending their parents' money?
Seriously, what's she talking about? I don't get her point at all.
That money was a precious legacy left to us by my father. It embodies his love and care. It's not some fund for you two to frivolously blow. You better pay back every cent, or we'll take necessary actions.
Huh? Necessary actions? What do you mean? You think using fancy words will make us back down?
You're a joke. You've always been like this. Listen up, you can't accuse someone of theft for using money within the family. Whatever you think of doing will only come back to haunt you. Tough luck.
George looked down on us, ridiculing our stance. At that moment, Noah calmly locked eyes with him.
You've done your homework, but you seem to have only skimmed the surface.
What's with the blabbering? Your sour grapes don't affect me.
Indeed, as you said, making a criminal case out of family spending is tricky.
Huh? What are you so smug about? George already said that.
Give up the act. It's just pathetic to watch.
However, suing in a civil court is very much possible.
Civil court?
What's that? Sounds like some kind of fine meat or something.
Criminal prosecution might be difficult, but my mother-in-law can sue to reclaim the misused money.
A lawsuit. That sounds super serious.
Whoa, hold on. This lawsuit talk is getting out of hand.
I'm not being arbitrary. I have a degree in law, so I'm quite familiar with matters like this. And I've already consulted with a lawyer friend about this, keeping the lawsuit in mind. We can file for damages in a civil lawsuit. I have that in writing.
Your actions are unlawful, and you don't stand a chance.
Whoa, why are all these legal terms suddenly coming up? This is bad, right? Hey George, this is looking bad for us.
This lawsuit thing is too extreme. There's no need to sue.
If you don't want to be sued, then pay back the money. If you can't, then let's settle it in court and make everything clear.
Why are you acting all high and mighty now?
You can't do anything by yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself.
At first, George and Amanda were intimidated by the mention of lawsuit. However, they began to lash out at Mother's words. So, I proceeded to. Sorry to interrupt your outburst, but you both are going to have to leave your parents' home.
What? We have to leave.
Wait, I seriously don't get it. Why do we have to leave?
You only learned what was convenient for you. The house is in mother-in-law's name. If she says she doesn't want you here, you have no choice but to leave.
Huh? Ownership? How am I supposed to know such a difficult term? We live there. Why do we have to leave?
Exactly. There's no reason for us to leave just because of that old woman.
If you don't leave, we'll call the police. There's a crime called trespassing. This time, it's simple criminal law. You understand that this is bad, right?
What? We can get arrested just for living there? Why are you trying to do something so terrible?
You're getting ahead of yourself. Watch your tone, or you'll see what happens.
Oh, scary. Now I can add the crime of intimidation.
What? Don't mess with me.
Upon realizing they're being evicted, George and Amanda become furious. Noah continues to corner them. Unable to see any way out, George starts threatening Noah. Then, Mother interjects.
Enough. Don't you realize what you've done? You're no longer family to me. I disown both of you. We'll go to court, and if you don't leave, I'll call the police.
George, isn't this getting really bad?
No! It's not over yet.
Not over? What else do you want to say? You never worried about Dad and used Mother like a workhorse. You two have no right to argue anymore.
You didn't give Mother any money at all, right? This is abuse. Financial abuse. You two are truly beyond redemption. If this goes to court, be ready to face everyone's wrath.
George, we're done for. We'll get arrested.
All right, I get it. We'll leave the house. Just spare us from the police.
If you leave, I won't call them, but we're still going to court.
Please, don't. Mother-in-law, we don't have any money.
Stop calling me that. You're strangers to me now. And frankly, I couldn't care less about your money problems.
That's so cruel.
I'll pay back Dad's money. We just don't have it right now. Just give us some time. We'll pay it all back. So, please drop the lawsuit.
But you plan to come up with excuses and not pay, don't you? I'm really angry about this. I have no intention of forgiving you.
Come on, Lisa. Aren't we family?
We were. From now on, you're nothing but strangers to me. Strangers who hurt my precious family.
You should face the reality. If you have something to say it in court. You don't belong here anymore. Look forward to the judgment with fear.
No. I'm really getting scared.
Damn it. How? How did it come to this?
And so, with their heads hung low, George and Amanda left our home. Shortly after returning to their parents' house, they quickly packed up and moved out. Following that, with the help of Noah's friends, we decided to take legal action against them. George and Amanda, after leaving their family home, tried to disappear without a trace. But in their financially destitute situation, that proved impossible. In the end, we found them living in a cheap, run-down apartment not too far away. We then sued them, demanding the repayment of the money they misused along with compensation. Realizing that delaying the payments would only lead to greater losses, the two took on debt and paid the full amount. Reluctantly starting to work to repay the debt, their monthly installments were hefty, making their lives very challenging with little to no comfort. This was how George and Amanda ended up tirelessly working night shifts, living in a poorly maintained, messy apartment filled with stress. As for our family,
Grandma, you can play with tops too?
Yes, I used to play a lot with your grandpa.
wow, I had no idea.
Mother-in-law, do you really think you can beat me?
Why so confident, Noah? You've never once beaten father, right?
Madison wants to play too. I want to make them clash.
Well, how about we all play together?
All right, I'll start. Here goes.
Next is Madison's turn. Go.
Oh, impressive, Madison. Your top landed perfectly on top of Dad's.
That's quite an advanced move, Madison.
Now my turn. Take this.
No way. You landed yours on top of the others? Can you really stack tops like that?
Grandma, that's amazing.
Thank you, Madison dear.
Ha ha. I've never seen anything like it. Am I the worst player here?
After that, Mother returned to her childhood home to live alone. Occasionally, we began visiting her there. Initially, we had discussed all living together, but Mother felt it best for us not to, resulting in the current arrangement. On this particular day, we were playing with spinning tops, and we got to see a unique version that spins on top of another. It might seem like mundane everyday life, but we've come to cherish these simple moments deeply. In this way, our family continued to spend our ordinary yet precious days together. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more great content. Just click on the subscribe button below, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. See you in the next one.